Welcome to a video on the top 5 ways to farm platinum in Warframe in 2019. These methods are the most commonly used methods to farm platinum. Some of these methods are consistent sources of platinum income and are fun to do but require good gear. Others require no proper gear and can be done easily. However, these can be boring and not very efficient. These 5 methods are in no specific order and are just a list of the best ways to earn platinum right now. Let's start with number 5. Opening relics for prime parts and selling them. This is the most common method and is used by everyone to farm some plat when needed. However, this is not efficient at all and can be quite boring, based on luck and requires resources. For instance, to get consistent plat from relics, you need to have a huge stash of them farmed up beforehand. You also need lot of void traces to refine the relics. The drop chance of the rare reward is 2% for intact and is 10 for radiant. Radiant costs 100 traces and that is quite expensive. To solve this, you can farm relics with friends who have plenty of relics, and by sharing radiants you can get some valuable parts if you are lucky. This method is easy to do but not really rewarding in a consistent manner. However, as I mentioned before, if done in bulk it can reward quite often. Let's move on to number 4, farming corrupted mods. By doing vault runs to open or oaken vaults in the derelict, you can farm corrupted mods. These mods are powerful mods with one positive stat and a negative stat change. The reason this method is pretty good is because these mods are used very often in almost all builds, especially in the case of Warframes. Also, new players are always looking for these mods, so you can sell it to them and make some quick plat. To farm the vaults you need to have 4 dragon keys equipped. Before you needed 4 people to do this successfully, but now since the gear wheel change you can do it alone with a decent Warframe. This dropped the prices of the corrupted mods by a few platinum, but it's really not that big of a deal. Getting these dragon keys are easy enough and all you require is a clan who has them researched. This process can be slightly boring but isn't that hard once you get to know the derelict tileset well. These mods can be sold for 10 to 20 plat and the Warframe mods go for 20-25 plat and even 30 plat. And the good thing is all the corrupted mods have the same chance to drop from the vault, so it isn't that hard to farm a specific one. When done properly you can earn around 100 platinum quite easily in about 40 minutes. There is another way to maximize the platinum you can earn from these mods, and that is our next method. Maxing mods and selling them. Mods which can be leveled 10 times are very credit and endo heavy to max out. This is why many players buy the rank 10 mod itself with plat instead of leveling it up by themselves. This is because leveling a rank 10 mod completely costs a lot in the case of a rare, prime or an umbral mod. If you have a good method to farm credits such as the index and a good way to farm endo, you can max them out and sell them for platinum. Let's take the example of the corrupted mod Transient Fortitude. At rank 0 it sells for 20 to 30 plat, but when maxed out it goes for almost 300 platinum, which is quite a lot. This method is grind heavy and not very fun to do often. However, the gain of plat is probably one of the highest in this method and can be done by anyone. Good thing is you can do this very efficiently with friends to help you. By doing the 3rd arena mission on Sedna with a Necros and Nidus squad you can farm a lot of endo. And for credits the index is really easy to solo and others are not needed. All you need is a good frame such as Ash with Fatal Teleport Augment or a Rhino is more than enough. A good weapon is also needed. For beginners a Tigress would do just fine and you should have no problems. Now for method 2. Selling Riven mods. If you are new to the game you probably do not know what a Riven mod is. These are powerful mods that have randomized stats and are special to a specific weapon family. For example, this Bursten Riven here can be used for any Bursten weapon only, and the stats of the mod are randomly generated. To get Riven you need to do sorties which refresh daily. Sorties can be unlocked by finishing the story quest called The War Within. The amazing thing is Rivens are a common drop from these daily sorties. Sorties are quite easy to do once you get some decent gear and you can go public or with some friends to help you out. When you finish a sortie you have a 27% chance of getting a veiled ribbon mod. You can sell the ribbon mod when it is veiled for a small amount of plat. This is around 20 for pistol ribbons, 60 for rifle ribbons, or even 80 for shotgun ribbon mods. Selling it this way is quick and easy to do. However, if you really want the sweet plat in hundreds, then you need to open it and pray to the ribbon gods. By completing the mission stated on the veiled ribbon you can open the mod. If you get a decent ribbon such as for a meta weapon like the Rubico, you can sell it for a minimum of 1000 plat, but that's just for the Rubico. For powerful weapons like the Exergus Arcaplasma or Zocket gun ribbons, you can sell them for decent prices like 300 to 400 depending on how good the ribbon is. Sorties refresh daily, and thus this is a consistent income of plat for any player. It is quick and easy to do as well. And finally, the last method. Farming Atolons for Arcanes. This method is probably the least new player friendly method, but it is also probably the best method to farm platinum in the game at the moment. And that is why the Rubico ribbons are the most expensive ribbons, followed by the Lanka ribbons. Because these two are the most used weapons for farming Atolons. By farming Atolons I mean capturing all three of them as fast as possible to get Archons, which you can rank up and sell for a lot of platinum. The good thing is, while you do this method you also farm focus. And this method is also the best focus farm in the game right now. This method is fun and doesn't really take all that long to do. However, the one downside is you need to have proper gear and should be well equipped to do this efficiently. Even with friends you need to have a useful frame, a decent amp, and a good weapon to do this without delaying the mission and pissing others off. The best setup I can recommend is a buff Rhino, Chroma, or Trinity, with Rubico Prime, or Lanka, and a decent amp. This will allow you to be useful during the trial. This method gives you really expensive arcanes such as Arcane Energize, which sell for 200 plat at rank 0 and 2200 platinum for a max rank 1. That is a lot of platinum, and that is why this method is the best method by far if you have proper gear. Thank you for watching, and leave your feedback in the comments and like the video if you enjoyed it. See ya.